Hey guys, so in today's video we're gonna take a look at the BenQ EL2870U, the brand new gaming monitor that I've been using for the past couple of days, or actually weeks at the time of you guys watching this review, and what can I say? It's been a big pleasure to try out playing Apex and Battlefield 5 on it. Alright, but what exactly have I been playing on? Well, first and most importantly, it's a 4K display, which means it's got 3840 by 2160 resolution, which means there is quite a lot of pixels on the screen and it makes everything look so sharp. Like, I might be exaggerating it was my first time when I played on a 4K monitor for an extended period of time, but it is such a big difference compared to all of the 2K or especially the Full HD monitors. It's also a bit bigger compared to what I was playing on previously. The previous monitor had 24 inches and this one has 27.9 inches, of course in 16:9 proportions, and surprisingly to me, it works really well. I was quite skeptical about going for 28 inches because realistically it's quite big, especially if you're playing on PC like I do and sit quite close to the monitor. But as it turns out, those 28 inches are actually perfect for keeping up with everything happening on the screen, especially in dynamic games such as Apex. What's even better about it, those 28 inches combined with 4K resolution make it really easy to, first and most importantly, spot enemies in the game, especially on longer distances, and second, follow up and consistently keep hitting them on longer distances. It is much easier than it used to be on a 1080p monitor. Speaking of the monitor's panel, it's a TN panel, so it's pretty standard for a gaming display, but more importantly, it's only got 1 millisecond of response time, which basically means there is no delay between when you're moving the mouse or a controller in real life to when you actually see the reaction of it on the screen. It is super crucial, especially if you're a gamer and you're playing dynamic games. You don't want any delays between what you're doing in real life and what you're seeing on the screen, because the faster you're able to respond to what's happening on the screen, the bigger the advantage over the enemy gets. And let's be honest, everyone likes winning. When it comes to the more fancy features that the monitor has to offer, it features the HDR technology, which stands for High Dynamic Range. What this means is that when you're gaming, or watching a movie, but let's stick to gaming, we're all gamers here on this channel, at least I hope so. Anyway, when you get into a location in the game where there is a lot of contrast between bright white and dark black, it is actually a lot more natural than it would be without HDR enabled. When HDR isn't enabled, or when monitors generally don't support HDR, those colors tend to be quite washed out, and here they maintain natural contrast. And speaking of HDR, there is actually a cool switch that allows you to quickly check if you have HDR enabled, or you can just turn it on quickly by pressing this button. And we also have a second option here, allowing us to enable something called Brightness Intelligence Plus technology. The name is quite confusing, but basically what it means is that the monitor will automatically adjust its brightness and color temperature based on the environment around you. There is a small sensor in the middle of the screen below the actual display measuring it, and I don't know how it actually works when it comes to the technicalities, but it's actually super convenient because I no longer have to pay attention to setting the right settings based on the amount of light I have in my room, whether I'm gaming throughout the day or in the evening. And you guys know, if you're gaming in the evening, there is much less light around you and generally the monitor is too bright if you're using the same setting as throughout the day. Now, here it adjusts everything automatically, so yeah, there is no need to worry about anything. Just play the game. And when it comes to the other features that improve your viewing experience on the monitor itself, of course, it is also flicker free, which means there is no flickering on the screen whatsoever, and in addition to that, you can turn on a low blue light technology, which filters out the harmful blue light, making you tired quicker when you're sitting in front of the screen. It especially helps if you're like me and you keep spending those long hours in front of the screen daily doing some work or even gaming, and at the end of the day you feel tired from looking at the monitor 24/7. Now, of course, this one doesn't eliminate tiredness completely, but it reduces it significantly. Also, if you're using an AMD graphics card, you can actually enable a feature called FreeSync. What this does is basically eliminates screen tearing and makes the whole experience of gaming much smoother. Unfortunately, I was not able to actually try it out myself because I play on an Nvidia card, and yeah, not a big deal, but yeah, this one wasn't for me. There's also built-in speakers included in the monitor itself, which are quite decent for a built-in speakers, but in all honesty, I'm pretty sure that all of you guys who decide to buy this monitor for gaming will actually be using headset or a dedicated sound system. Playing on built-in speakers inside the monitor, it's not the best idea you could possibly go with. Let's just put it this way. You can connect the monitor to your console or PC through either HDMI 2.0, which you get 2 of, at the back of the monitor, DisplayPort, and you can also plug in headphones through a headphone jack. Of course, you can adjust the angle of the monitor to your liking. One thing I would like to mention here though is that you can actually not adjust the height of it, so well, it's not a big problem. To me, it's not a problem at all, but to some of you guys it might be, so yeah, you should keep it in mind. All in all, in my personal opinion, the monitor itself is great, especially if you want to get into 4K gaming and you don't want to spend a fortune on a gaming monitor. Realistically, the monitor itself is like $350, which makes it super affordable. If you guys want to check out the whole specification of the monitor and prices in your region, because I'm not gonna convert all of the currencies in the video, that would be too long, there will be a link in the description leading you to the official BenQ website explaining all of the details, so if you would like to see some extra information, that's the place to go. Also, if you've got any questions related to the monitor itself, make sure to leave them down in the comments and I'll explain everything as good as I possibly can. Also, I would like to say big thank you to BenQ for making this video possible and sending me a copy of the wait, that sounds stupid. For sending me the monitor for me to try it out and make a review for you guys. As always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you either in Apex or on the battlefield. Who knows? See ya!